Hey guys, welcome back to Chillin
and Chismeando.
I'm Yaya.
And I'm Bee.
And whoo, do we got an episode for you. No, we don't. I'm just
little gosh.
So Bee, I know like a lot of people have been asking me like, what's going on? How come we haven't, it's been 2 weeks that we haven't been on?
I know.
You want to
go into?
Yeah.
It's on me. I was kidding. No, it was funny because remember at the end of season 2, I'm like, it's gonna change. We're gonna be better.
Yeah.
We're gonna be consistent. And then after the first episode, boop,
it just went down a hill. Hold on. Like it just keeps.
Maybe
it's because I don't know.
Wait, isn't there another one? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, that's me. Yeah, this is gonna get leaked out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or should we restart?
No. That was
It's still early.
No, we're fine. Because I'm pumped, guys.
Let's go.
Oh.
Oh my god.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Oh, we're
no.
restarting, dude. What is this?
So 2 weeks we've been off, and there's a reason why. So, you were sick.
Oh my! Everything.
Yeah. Well, okay. So check it out. Everybody kept asking me, and I was like, I'm gonna make this very clear. I'm gonna just put it on blast. Mm-hmm. If Sound Guy is sick,
that's alright.
You're sick. You know, because when I had called you, her voice sounded like a sexy linebacker. Like
I was like Denzel Washington. Yeah. I can't make it today.
Go for a drive. Get some air.
I should get these inside. There's ice cream.
Get in the car, Elizabeth.
Better bump it up.
She called in sick. She's like, hey.
Well, honestly, I was already feeling sick, but I was like, no, I'll push through. But I had lost my voice in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, let me drink. And then Yaya's all, well, you better drink tea. I was like, yes, sir. So yeah.
No, yeah. And then it's because since we dropped the episode, it's season 3, episode 1. We wanted to keep going. Sound Guy was already like on fire. Was on fire, you know. We have editing duty now. We got promoted. So
and I'm excited for it. And y'all are doing amazing, by the way. But we'll talk about that because I want to give you your kudos.
The cool part, though, I want to make this clear, is that if my people are sick, guys, there's not going to be a show because without them, there is no show. So
and don't forget it,
right? So I think that if you don't feel good, I mean, except for Sound Guy, because we've had an episode here and there without him. You know that one
replaceable.
But if your voice goes out, then it goes out. Like there's nothing else we can do. And she had told me like, oh, why don't you bring somebody in? And we tried, but it's like I just don't think it's best, you know.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to the first thing. Like the show, we made it together. So why am I going to replace my baby mama? It's like.
She's trying to woo me, guys. No, honestly, I got sick and then I couldn't make it. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to get anyone else sick because I was like dying. And so then, then also too, I had family planned. That's the reason why we picked that day, because I had family coming to town and I wasn't going to be able to edit or even do anything with the podcast. Yep. So it just was bad timing. And then my parents left, which was so amazing. I needed that family time, but and I don't think that's fair for you either, because you don't get to see your family. Yeah.
Us, we're spoiled. Like mom and dad are here, our families are here, and that's why when another week passed, I was like, that's not fair. Like you have your time too. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, y'all just can wait, And
then I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of went into that mode of vacation mode too. So I was like, I wonder what they're doing, but I'm not gonna ask.
No. So tell me why. You know how we took like a month off? Uh-huh. I felt like me and him, we were like up and down. But these 2 weeks, we were kind of just actually taking a break. It's a lot of work. And we're finally, I think these couple last days, I felt like I had energy to like get motivated again. Okay, let's get in there. Let's handle.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Let's talk about season 3, because I think that season 3 is going to be legit. Mm-hmm. I'm in a much better mood. So when we started editing, I started to backtrack and look at season 1 and season 2. And honestly, be like, my healing journey, like, neta, how depressing I look. Like, your face. What?
I thought you were saying something else. I was like,
no,
what?
it's because I feel like I wasn't truly myself. I lost myself. Like, my identity, I completely lost it. I was.
We can tell by the hair. The red hair. Watch out, check on her.
Am I hitting the light right?
What's happening?
Why?
Why?
I don't know. I thought maybe we could use it.
Use it for what?
For the bar.
How?
Well, Cindy, do you think maybe we could fit this into the plan?
I don't think so. I don't really know what's going on here, though.
Yeah, no one ever really knows what's going on with Mac. It's he's fat, he's skinny, he's muscular. It's really a cry for help and attention, I think.
Yeah.
So what you do in that situation is you ignore those.
Treat it like a baby.
Yeah,
like
so
a
just
toddler.
We're not gonna.
So I just felt like I wasn't me anymore. You know, I was still bitter. I was still trying to figure out how to like control my emotions and this and that. And I think that recently in these 2 weeks, like, ya encontré el paz to move forward. And I just think that it's just hard because I don't know if you get like this or not. When we go and rewatch ourselves, because I don't try to, but you know, to see to better ourselves. Do you ever get like cringed, like
that's why it's edited out. Okay.
Her part's edited out. I'm over here like, oh my god, you might as well put a dark cloud.
No, I've rewatched myself and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fast forward on that one. I'm gonna fast forward on that one. I'm gonna fast forward on that one.
So in my mind, I'm like, wow, like cringe. But I am so pumped. I'm ready to move forward, close that chapter. Like, you guys don't get, like, season 3 is coming hard. And it's even like things that I want to talk about, not to open a wound, but we've already got people that got offended on the show. And our show is supposed to be positive. You know, when I made the show Chillin and Chismeando, I really wanted for it to be like, we're laughing, we're having a good time, right? Bubbly.
We want you guys to join us in on the chat and like chismear with you guys. Yeah, you know, and that was the intent of, like, that's the whole purpose of this spot. Yeah. Literally, when you walk in here, sound guy walks in here, it's literally like a getaway from our reality, because it's true. Like, I like to have a good time. You guys are, you know, I feel like right now we fit well together. Yeah. And if we do offend you, like if I say something or you say something or sound guy say something, do not take it personal. Like it's not meant like that.
No, it's not. And you guys really don't have to watch.
And if you don't like it, we can meet you at the parking lot
at 3:00.
Shut up. Oh, no. Oh, what? Now you ask me questions? You begging now?
Oh, please do it. Please hit her. Please, I want to see you do it. The hell's wrong with you? Hit her. You put your hands on her.
Oh my God.
Okay. But it made me happy because sometimes I sit there and I wonder, like, you know, I do care about what my family thinks and what my friends think, but I also feel like, you know what, I shouldn't censor myself or you. We need to be at a place where we're comfortable being able to speak to each other. And it just got me thinking, like, you know, Rosa from Roses Are Red podcast, you know, she's coming in, doesn't really know us that well, and she's like, wow, you guys really have potential, there's chemistry. And it makes me think, not that I don't care about what my family or friends thinks, but if I do, we're not gonna grow. Yeah, you know what I mean?
If we're always like on the back of our minds, like, oh, we shouldn't say this because this, or
we're gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah, and like, we're not trying to be out here being malicious. We just want to be chismosas.
And you know damn well everybody's a chismoso. Like,
don't lie. Even the men. Come on, raise your hand.
No, for sure. Look, sound guy raising his hand.
I'm just raising my hand.
He's at the perfect time. He's all, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What was I saying before you were like throwing your hands up? Like, hey,
he was throwing his hands up like you don't care. He's all, amen. Right.
Preach, sister, preach.
He's all, look, his hands. He's all like,
it's because the sound guy was counting down 3, 2, 1, and it came in the perfect time. What was I saying? What was I saying?
You were saying how amazing I am, and that you're lucky to be here, and that you're blessed. I don't know, something like that, something along those lines.
People that don't know us and they see that we have chemistry, like, not to offend my family or friends, but we're gonna go the long
The whole.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Like,
I'm wrong. Huh?
Yeah. So to me, it's like there's a bigger goal for us, and again, I love my fam, I love my friends, and I really hope that you guys watch us grow. You know, you guys are our OG supporters.
Yes.
But we already have a goal. And
why are they saying something? They saying for us to stop or what?
No.
What is it saying?
What is it saying? I'm gonna talk to them right now. That made me excited. That made me motivated. Like, okay, if that person and this person that are completely coming in, it's like, oh, mind you, please don't go back to season 1 or season 2 because I'm so pumped. My personality, I'm really a sweet person. Like, I think I'm a sweetheart, and I can be a smartass when I want to. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, again, going back to us, we were still dating each other, and it's kind of like, okay, well, now that I have a feeling for her, she has a feeling for me. Like, it gives me the opportunity to be open with you and get on the show. Let's talk. A ver, chismear. Like,
let's do it.
You know? So I just wanted to go ahead and say that. And
yeah, no, I want to add to that too. And we kind of want, and like my goal too here is I really want audience engagement. Like, I want people to come in and listen in. We're working on getting a P.O. box. Yes. And if that happens, if you guys want to be old school and send us letters.
Oh, by the way. Can I go ahead and say this? A viewer got this for me. It's really cool. Chillin and Chismeando.
And I know mine got lost in the mail.
No,
so I'm just waiting on that.
There's no way they would just
gonna wait on that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, I know it happens. Right. It happens. So I think it's gonna be here in about
it is. Yeah.
3 weeks. I think.
Yeah. I'll check the.
So I'm very jealous. Just so you know.
You haven't gotten yours yet?
No, I'm waiting. It got lost.
Yeah, I got mine, but I threw it in the trash. I don't accept mail from strangers.
I'm not a historian. I have no idea.
Oh, my bad. Wow. Well, I do earn money. Boy, bye. I accept a lot of money from strangers as well. No, but I want you guys to like chime in. If you don't want to be in the comments, or you want to write us a letter, keep it PG, keep it sweet. But I really want people to use this time to like have fun with us too, and that's what makes it fun.
No, I think so.
Get down and dirty with us.
Let's do it. Lube it up.
No lube.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Wow. All the way. This is a quote I wanted to say on here.
I love this.
Motivate us. I put, if you're the most successful person in the group, find yourself a new group, but with the humble heart.
That part.
So I want us to like be inspired by that.
Yes. And cool? You know what? I really like that. Keep doing the quotes every day. Every
I love it when baby mama gets happy. Doing something right. Let the chisme begin. Ooh. So I got some chisme for Bee. I usually come and tell her in private or behind cameras, but you know what? I'm learning to go ahead and talk about my chisme, but I want it to be positive. Mm-hmm. It is baby daddy chisme kind of drama. Oh. Yeah. And we were together. Okay, we have 2 dogs. The first dog is an American pit bull. His name's Lucky. Mm-hmm. He was given to us. I personally didn't want a pit bull because they already have a bad name. I feel like when you own a dog that can be aggressive, like you really got to be careful, in my opinion. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm a really good dog trainer. Like, I really am very patient. I want my dog to make sure this is what I like, this is what I don't want from you, and this and that. So Lucky is a really good dog. Like, he knows a lot of tricks, and very, very loyal. Yeah. When I went through postpartum depression, he felt it.
He was there for you.
Yeah. Like, I would sit down, get emotional, and he would, like, notice it, and he would just come by and just sit next to me.
Which is crazy that men always get referred to as dogs. No, dogs are that's insult to dogs. Okay, like, why can't men be like that and sense it and be there for you? I'm just kidding.
Is there problems at home?
If you know, you know.
Yeah, Lucky was just a really good dog. You know, Lucky never growls at anybody. When Lucky sees that you entered through the door, because I'm allowing you to enter through that door, he's excited. Like, oh, let me.
A friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you're like.
Like they get the pass.
The what?
They get the pass.
Yeah.
Oh, they get the pass. Yeah.
But if you're like sneaking in the backyard, he's gonna attack. And so over time, we decided let's get another dog because we had gotten a house, and that house, Lucky had the whole backyard, really big backyard. But every time we left, he kept crying, and so we got another dog to entertain our dog.
Oh my God, you got a dog.
Right. My baby daddy really wanted a bully pit. They're like more shorter, stockier. Ended up getting a male dog, and his name is Kratos. We named him Kratos, and loving dog. He's a really good dog. Now, Angel comes into the picture. Me and him separate, and I've been trying to get a dog. I've been trying to get one of the dogs. Well, I really wanted Lucky because I left Kratos when he was 7 months, and I didn't really know him like that. The way Lucky, me and Lucky, we've been together for years, and
right.
Anyways, so I guess what had happened was Kratos and Lucky, Angel was playing with Kratos. Lucky got jealous, and they got into a fight, and it became a whole scandal. Unfortunately, I was gonna get myself I ended up getting a cat, which is Hemi, and he because I wasn't ready to get another dog, and so I was like, okay, let me get a cat. Bee's always talking about cats, like
it's working.
Yeah, let me tell you, my family did not like the cat at first. Yeah, because we're a dog family, and not Bee getting offended.
I'm a cat myself.
No,
I don't know.
so
am I not welcome here? Yoli? Am I not welcome here?
So
it was funny real quick because I came to pick up the other cat that you had gotten for me.
Yeah.
And Vic was all, I think you said, you were like, you're turning everyone into a cat people. I'm like, one person at a time.
Yeah, never in my life I thought I would own a cat ever. But I love my little fuzzball.
Also, shout out to Saul because I got a cat stroller and we will be using that.
Oh my God.
And he's the same thing. Never in my life.
Oh my God. Long story short, I ended up taking a dog. Our agreement was, if I can't handle him or for some reason it doesn't work out, you need to take him back. That was the deal. And so recently, I asked my bro a favor, and I was like, hey, can you do this? Because I really don't want to see him. I don't want, I just want my peace. Like, I'm done. And my poor Biggie and him got into it. Yeah. So
wait, is Biggie okay?
Yeah, he's all right, but he fucked him up. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it was bad. He tossed Biggie around like a rag doll, and
it was
bad.
It was bad.
Where's Biggie at?
Separated.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take him.
Don't you touch my dog.
So
I'm gonna steal him.
You guys need to stop. Biggie's gone. He's all like, what happened?
I'm like, sometimes they just run away.
And then she posts his videos and like, my new Biggie. So Biggie's fine, but I was already getting anxiety from it. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I need to just it's his problem now. Like, that's not fair. So I asked my brother, I was like, can you just give him the dog and we call it, that's it. So he tries to give him the dog. My baby daddy said no. He's like, I'm gonna be the bad guy. See me as the bad guy. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So I ended up losing my shit, and it got to the point where me and my dad are like going off.
Against you and your dad?
Me and my dad. It's because I told him, like, no, give me the car keys. I'm gonna go and take this dog. Like, who are you trying to flex for? You know, you come over here acting like you're the shit. No, like, don't step on my toes. So I was over here like, Dad, give me the keys because my car broke down. Oh, that's another chisme. But my car broke down. And so I didn't have a car. So I was like, let me have some keys. And my dad, my dad's very mellow. For those who don't know my dad, like, he's hella chill. He's mellow. He doesn't get mad easily. And he's like, calm down. You're running through emotions right now. And I was like, I don't want to hear reasoning. Just give me the keys, please. And he's like, you're not listening. And so that's where the screaming match. I'm like, Dad, why aren't you, like, my voice got higher than his. And he's like, he tells me, first of all, who are you to talk to me like that?
That's right.
Which he's right. He's right. I should never be disrespectful to my parents. And I told him, I was like, why isn't I yell? And Sound Guy can be witness because he was there. I yell. I'm like, why isn't nobody listening? Why is nobody listening to me? Hand me the keys. And that's when my dad gets up. You want these keys? So he like pulls them out, and I just grabbed my son and I had to go take a walk because I was so pissed. And so when I walked out, I called, like I was pacing. Me and my son Angel pacing, and I'm like bawling. I was like talking to God, like, why is this happening? Like, nah, I don't want to hear reasoning. Like, God, this is not fair, blah blah blah. And I end up calling baby daddy. I call him like 27 times and he doesn't answer me. So then, you know how like on iPhones you can send like a voice text because you know they're, you know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like a voicemail. Like,
a voice message. Okay, yes.
So I get on there and I'm like, because you know they're gonna listen. Right? So I'm like, why? Like, come and get, you are a problem runner. Like, you can never solve your problems. That's why, you know, I super grosera, and I'm just kind of like, I was just so lit, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna give you an option. Like, either you come pick up this dog, or I go drop him off at the house. Or I take them to your dad's. You choose. If you don't choose, I'm gonna go ahead and choose for you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and I was so heated. Yeah, I was like, I wanted somebody to kind of hype me up, and I was like, yeah, let's get like bitter, let's get petty. And so I call my tia Raquel first, and I'm like, tia, you won't believe what happened. Da, da, da. So I'm telling her the chisme, and she's like, baby, I love you, but you're not thinking, you're pissed. And you have every right to be.
Right. And you're not, you don't want to make decisions in that kind of mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much
mindset.
what she was telling me, right? She's like, you need to calm down. What he did wasn't okay. Yeah, he's trying to flex, but what are you going to get out of it, you going over there and acting like that, you know? And I'm sitting here thinking, like, why isn't everybody on, like, you know, I felt like nobody's on my
against you. Yeah.
So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, you know, she finally calms me down, and then I hang up the phone on, like, we get off the phone, and then I'm sitting there, like, talking to God, and I'm like, I don't think that's fair. Like, I don't think that's right. Like, why is he getting away with every single thing? Like, I, you know, call it karma or whatever it is, but I'm just done. Like, I'm done him breaking my peace and this and that. So then I start getting really mad again and emotional, and that's when I called Saul. And I was like, Saul, like, I don't mean to get upset with you, but I just feel like you've already been through the whole divorce. You guys had a pit bull dog. Like, you know, I just need guidance. Like, I don't know what to do. And so I don't know if he heard like the whole story, because I was like crying and mumbling and trying to.
I was washing dishes downstairs, and then I can hear your
la la la.
Yeah, but I can hear he was upstairs, and
he started like trying to calm me down and like, hey, you know, take a couple days, like, relax. If you need, he was telling me, if you're not mentally okay, then you're not prepared to take care of this dog, you know? And that was my whole reasoning. It wasn't me trying to be a douchebag. It was just like, I'm not okay for me to be taking care of a dog right now. That dog needs training. It really does. He has the potential. But I feel like you're right. Cats are much easier. I don't got to potty train this cat. Like, he's simple. You feed them, they're on their own. This one, obviously, you gotta walk dogs, you gotta, you know, more attention to them. And if I don't give them the attention, I feel bad, you know, because everybody thinks, oh, I got a dog, that's it.
I know people should not just, like, they need to be more like you said, at least you're responsible enough to be like, I don't have time for a dog. That's the best thing anyone can say. And be honest. And then, like, if you don't have, like, dogs should be filled with love, attention, care. That should be your best friend. If you're not meeting those needs, you can't have a dog.
Because realistically, that dog will give up its own life to save you. Isn't that sad? Like,
how miserable would that dog be? Like, you have to be, you know. So just make sure, like, that's good that you did that. Like,
that's really the whole reason why. And so when he came in here trying to flex, that's what triggered me. And so
it didn't help how he was just like, deal with it, and if you don't like it, well,
you know. So,
and then ignore your calls.
Like, it just made it worse. So
I would have been like,
when Saul finally just like calmed me down, I was like, okay, if my pops is telling me something, my tia's telling me something, and my, like, a good friend is telling me, like, bro, relax. I'm like, 3 people are telling me, 3 people that love me deeply, I need to relax. So when it finally like when I finally calmed down, I sat there and I was like, is this the person I really want to be? Like, is this the person where I want to be bitter and come at baby daddy even harder? Like, for what cause? You know, so then I started sitting there like, God, I don't know what you have planned, but at the end of the day, like, he's a really good person. He is. And my tia reminded me of this. She said, he is a good person, but you guys are still trying to like adjust on this new whole chapter of your guys' lives, that it's hard because now you guys aren't on the same team. You guys look at each other like you're enemies. And that's the hardest part, because she also, her baby daddy, also, they grew up together, homies, best friends. They had a son. It didn't work out. And, you know, to this, like, they're homies. You know, if she needs something, he stops what he's doing. Like, what does baby mama need? Not because they're in love or anything. It's because that's the mother of my child. Right. You know, so she's like, honestly, if I didn't know your baby daddy like that, I would think, like, what a douchebag. But he is a good guy. He just needs time to cool off and figure out himself, too, and blah, blah, blah. So I sat there and I was like, okay, well, I really had a reality check, because I was like, again, I don't want to be that person anymore. And I know it's common. I feel like that's a pop culture thing where when people separate, that's normal, where everybody's bickering at each other. Everybody's trying to get at each other. Like, who's going to get at each other harder? Right. You know, so.
It's a challenging thing. Who has a bigger chest?
And you know what, B? I want to say, like, the biggest, hardest lesson, in my opinion, is learning to forgive and letting it go. Like, that's hard. That. Oilo?
He's all sorry. I had to break up.
Anyways, let's go. So when you can finally achieve that and kill him with kindness and just be a good person, then
you're powerful.
Yeah. So now my mindset is at peace. I literally called him today and I was like, "¿Sabes qué? Like, I don't want to argue with you. I handled that completely wrong. And I just want to call you to let you know that I'm sorry." And he was because at the end of the day, what am I showing Angel? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And unfortunately, it sucks, but it's something that I can handle. So yeah, and then he started apologizing, and I was like, cool. So that's my chisme. In conclusion, be a good person, guys. Don't let small. Look at petty shit. My brother is not.
No. I'm still heated.
He's still heated. It was
let it consume you. Let the small stuff consume you.
It's a felony.
Penal code what? 916.
No, but he brings the dog.
He
brings the. I cannot with you. He brings the dog because it gets attacked. Then it messes with Biggie. Like, I would be pissed too. Like, come get the dog. Like, obviously, but why did he bring it? I want to know. Like, why did he come and bring it? Just
because
you wanted the dog, or he didn't?
No, I did, because I do miss my dogs. Yeah. But I just felt like, I think in a sense, I was still feeling like, oh, pobrecito, like, you know, because he's stressing out. But at the same time, I have to learn that his problems are not my problems anymore.
There we go.
But it's just, it's hard, because when you put 17 years in a relationship, like me, I'm like, oh my God, like,
let me fix it.
That's what he would do. Like, babe, I can't handle this. Like, can you take care of it? And that's why the first message when I hit him up, you're a problem runner. You can't handle.
Yeah, you're a runner.
You know, so there's boundaries now. Like, unless it has something to do with Angel, like, that's that. Checkmate, bruh.
Oh, Lord.
Just kidding. But I'll see. So the topic of today, because we are still, we're not really dating anymore, I wanted to kind of like...
I still expect love and romance. Just because we're not dating no more doesn't mean you can't wine and dine me.
For you, the world. For you, the world.
She won't even open the door.
She's changed.
But yeah, we have questions for each other. Me and B.
Never sound guy.
So I came up with some questions, and I'm pretty sure you did. Here we go. My first question, B. Be real, eh?
I'm gonna be real, girl. I'm ready.
We're not fake up in here. Only on Tuesdays.
What's today's
Over on Friday. When you first came to San Diego, you met Saul, blah, blah, blah. Good times. When you first heard my name, not like the day that you met me, but when you first heard about me, what did you think?
How? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. So I remember I told you that he never really said anybody about anybody, like told me anybody's name or said he had any girlfriends, like friends that are girls in the beginning, right? There was a part where So and I started talking, where it wasn't like we're boyfriend and girlfriend or we should get together. We just started just talking. And I think it was around the time when you had the baby shower for Angel.
Oh, no way.
That is how I was like, because I was putting two and two together, but we stopped talking. It was like a whole thing. So
February 18.
20 what?
2019.
Oh, no.
No, 2020. I'm
2020.
sorry.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I didn't talk to him in 2019.
because Angel was born on March.
Yes. So we were just talking, COVID.
Yeah.
COVID chats. And I remember he FaceTimed me. I go, oh, what are you doing? And he calls me. He's a major FaceTimer, this dude. I'm like over here like like they put my makeup on. I'm all, hello.
Right. Like I was like this the whole time.
I was just washing dishes. What's up? But he called. He's FaceTiming me. I was like, oh, I'm at my friend's baby shower, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, my friend Yaya. I'm like, okay. Okay, that's cool.
For those who don't see us,
I thought it was a guy baby shower.
For those who don't see us and are hearing us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Bee just gave me a look of like you.
So you see that look? You see that look? That's the look I give someone he already automatically knows she's pissed. So I'm just, and it wasn't even like a mean. I was just like serious.
My friend Yaya.
So that was one, right? And then fast forward.
You were still in Texas, right?
I was still in Texas.
Okay.
So we were long distance friends, like just chatting, just talking, nothing big. And then you fast forward, and I am now here.
My other question is, when you finally met me.
Yeah. So when that was it. That was the very first mention, but never talked about like y'all were friends in high school, but I never thought to remember that.
Yeah.
Because we were just it was just friends, right? But now I think about like, oh my God, I remember that when I put two and two together, like that was you.
Oh.
That was your baby shower. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, but now meeting you, you and Rebecca came over. And right? That was when you met.
Yeah, I remember me and Rebecca, we were watching a movie.
We were supposed to meet at the Padres game.
Who's Rebecca?
Oh.
Nah.
He wasn't even here.
No. Forget him. Move on.
So
keep up with the Chisme. Pues.
So
season 2.
I know. He hasn't watched anything then, I guess. So you and Rebecca came over and you guys had movie night, and I thought y'all were so cool. Like,
oh, hey, thanks.
Yeah, but when he told me, he's like, I'm gonna have friends come over. I'm like,
yeah,
who? Like, and he's like, my friends, they've been my friends forever. I've never heard of them, and this and that. Like, what are you talking about? They just want to meet you. They're really nice. Please, I'll buy sushi. All right. But red flags for me personally,
because he never mentioned us.
Yeah, and I'm like, why aren't you mentioning them if they're that's my big thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's his name is Saul, Raul, Paul, or whatever. Like
she rhymed. Saul, Raul.
Whatever their name is, like I if you don't mention a close friend, that's not a close friend. Like now they're all of a sudden. So anyways, whatever. We talked about that in red flags. When you first came over, we were chatting, we were talking, and then you already had your baby, of course, and y'all were cool. I know. Now, one thing I'll never forget, that I was like, bitch.
What?
It's so small, so petty.
Say it.
I had cleaned that entire house because at the time I wasn't working, and I was like, oh, let me just
Yeah, she was kind of being like the housewife.
And I've never been a housewife. I've cleaned, but I've not for other people, And so I remember, I was cleaning outside, like with the manguera, scrubbing the. Who am I?
Right.
So then I even cleaned the blinds.
Now, mind you, when I go over now, she don't do that. She's like, get it.
Yeah, come on in. So then I come in. You come in, right, and you're sitting down, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, man, your blinds are a little dirty. Like but we were joking about something, and you just saw it, and I was like, I can find someone to clean that for you. I was like,
well, I don't remember the comments, to be honest.
Like, you see how I remember it? And I was like,
yeah, she already I
don't like her. I'm like, oh, okay,
all right.
How was that?
I'm trying to remember the first time I heard about you. Honestly, the only thing I remember is I think your sister-in-law was like, oh, Saul's new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's not a hood rat. He's not on these streets. Cool. Good for him.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't say. And then when I came and met his family, he didn't really prepare them. It was me. He just said, I want you to meet somebody.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, he doesn't like.
It's because he kind of makes it like it's casual, like we've known each other for years, kind of like. And I'm like
saying names like, oh, it's Daniel's car. Who's Daniel? Oh, you never met him. I never told you about him. Then why do you say Daniel's car? Just say my friend who like. He talks as if y'all know each other
for years,
and then he's like, get together.
Yeah, oh my gosh, he does do that, and then I'm sitting there like. So you like carrots?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like,
I like carrots.
It's
like,
so
what are you
weird? I'm
talking
like,
about?
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah. That's
don't comment on my blind.
That's the only. Came in with me and Rebecca when we finally came to meet you. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing you, and I was like, "Oh, she's cute. Good for you, my boy." Like, you know, Air 5, invisible Air 5. He knows what he's doing, you know. So I'm sitting there, and I just remember like we were watching a scary movie, and I kept telling y'all like I don't do scary movies. Like I'm a chicken shit at heart, like you know. And I think the one thing that I remember from you was your laugh.
Oh my god!
Because you have a very like
I have a loud laugh.
You have a loud laugh, and I don't know. I was just like intrigued. I'm like, damn, that's funny. That could make me laugh.
Yeah, people follow like
my friend Giselle. She has that laugh too.
I love her laugh. Yeah, like, I'm over here like, what are you laughing at? She has a contagious ass laugh, and people say that about me too. So I love Giselle's laugh. Yeah. Like I'm over here like whenever she's laughing at something, I'm like. She's funny. She don't say nothing.
No. It's true. But when we were kicking it with you guys, I was like, damn, this is chill. Like, finally, he got a girl that's mellow. You know, chill. Like,
we'll watch 2 movies.
Yeah. Because normally we're like 30 minutes. Okay, it's time to go home. Like, I used to give Rebecca, or we'll give like a code. Like, let's go. It ain't our tea. You know? Like, yeah.
Like. Super subtle.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we gotta go, guys.
What's wrong with your face? Nothing. You know?
Are you sick? I thought you guys don't do the Irish goodbye. Like you just
but it was all 4 of us in the living room. Like there wasn't people there to do the Irish goodbye.
There was no escape room.
No,
right. The door was right in front of us.
Yeah, like if somebody was leaving, you would literally see them leave.
Yeah, like, we're like, where are you going?
Like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm gonna go grab a pack of smokes.
We watched 2 movies.
Yeah, scary movies.
Yeah, it was great. Like we were cracking up. Even like the scary part, you guys, I think I enjoyed watching the scary movies with you guys because you guys really do nitpick. Like, oh, look, here they come. Tell me.
It's me. I'm bad.
I'm like, it's not that bad.
I can't with the cringe or like if it's like so unbelievable. I'm like, oh my god, like
She made it very obvious, so I thought that was really funny. And we had a really good time.
I did. So when you guys left, so I was like, what'd you think? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I just said like, no, they're cool. Actually, they're cool. Maybe I'm just too much in my head and, trauma.
No, I really did enjoy your company. I was like, oh, good for him. Like, I'm happy for him. Mm-hmm. Finally.
He wasn't blessed until now.
Right. It's been disastrous. That was the first time what I thought about you. I'm like, oh, she's cool. She's cool. Cool people.
Shy. The funny thing, too, is now, look at us now, right? And
I know. With the podcast, who would ever thought?
Well, even I was dropping off something at Saul's mom's house. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Yaya's. I'll be right back. Or she had asked me for something. I go, I'm going to go to Yaya's right now. We're going to go film our podcast. So, you're going to go to Yaya's to film your podcast.
Salud. Cheers. Okay, let's get started.
Like, she was like, that's a weird combo. She was. I was like.
Honestly, if you think about it, B, that was hella random.
Yeah.
Like, I kid this all the time, like, about, oh, yeah, she had nothing to do. But no, like, I just asked the question, like, hey, you want to do it with me? Because you were helping me.
Yeah.
She wasn't even part of this. And I was asking her all these questions. Because we were like, here, this and that, try that, do this. And then you just came in. And I was like, well, why don't you do it with me? You're, like, putting a lot of work that I didn't even ask. And that was super random now that I think about it. Like, you were like, okay.
It's like that text you answered at 3 a.m. and all of a sudden you're in his bed.
And that's probably what Mama D was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, that's an odd combo. I'm like,
yeah.
Is it?
I mean, whatever works, no?
Yeah, I know. That's wild.
So my next question for you: living in your house, how did that make you feel?
Leaving my house?
No, me living in your house, because nobody knows. But I did live with you guys.
Yes.
For a little bit. I wasn't always there, but I did live with you guys for a little bit. This is when my first separation happened, and it wasn't doing so well. But now, mind y'all, like girlfriend coming in. You're new to San Diego. I just moved in
maybe like 3 months prior. No, wait. No. No. When did you come? What month was that? Do you remember?
I think, I don't know.
Like August?
Yeah.
Okay, so then at that time, I was like 2 months. Just 2 months.
Now, mind you, we've already met, right?
Yeah, we already met.
But now that I put myself in your shoes, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
well, look, it's Saul. Like, Saul needs to like put boundaries like that. But honestly, to be honest, I'm kind of glad because we wouldn't have been close.
No, yeah, it worked out for both parties. But how did you feel? Because I literally just, it's because in my mind, get ready, guys. In my mind, like when I do have a problem, I call Saul because Saul has like that big brother advice, and because again, he's been divorced. He's been through this. You know, why am I going to call someone that doesn't know what the hell they're doing? That time, Saul was renting a house. And I didn't even think of you rude. I think I was hella selfish thinking of myself. Anyway.
You said it. No, I think I talked about this in another episode. But basically, like, you have to understand, just like you said, I don't have family here.
Yeah.
And I don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
I don't go like, I'm going to go to my mom's house. I'm going to go to my friend's house. I'm going to go to my cousin's house or my sister's house. I don't have that. Peace or something at my own that I only have is that place. And then here you come.
Yeah.
Saying, I live here now, another female.
Yeah, what a douchebag.
Living. And I'm like, and so I was like,
and when I mean douchebag, I mean myself. Like, that's Saul. But
no, it's Saul too, because it's like, I mean, honestly, whatever. It is what it is. It happened. But I was just finishing. I had got a makeup gig and I was downtown. And I was on my way. And I was so excited. I'm like, look, here I am in California, San Diego. Like, I already got clients doing makeup. My first month here. I'm excited. Like, I want... and then I'm going to go home and make something to eat. Like, I want to be there for my man, whatever. And then he calls me, hey, so Yaya, like, you know how his little Eeyore voice. Yeah, she's really going through it. And she really needs, like, and she's going to be staying with us, okay? What?
Oh, so he didn't even ask you. He just went straight in.
That was that day. I was like, what? And he's like... look, she just needs our help. Like, she's my friend. Like, I don't want to leave her, blah, blah, blah. And I go, she doesn't have a mom to go to. She doesn't have family to go to. She don't have friends to go to. Like, I was so upset. I'm like, why choose this place? Like, this is my only place that I have.
It was your safe place.
It was my
that's
safe
understandable.
Place. Yeah. I was like, I'll move out. Like, I'll go to a hotel or I'll go back to Texas. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I didn't come here to live with anybody.
Yeah.
I had my own place.
Yeah.
So then he was like, please understand. I go, look, I just have to think about it. Like, if you already told her yes, like, I was pissed. Like, I just hung up on him. And then his mom came like, look, I understand. Like, she made this whole thing like, this is your palace and you're the king and the queen, whatever. And I'm like, it's not even about that. It's like, this is my own place. I don't have nothing else here. Like, what if I don't like her? What if, what I mean? Like, what if I don't?
All kinds of things, yeah.
And anyways, so it was like this whole thing. And I was like 2 months fresh. And I'm like, I don't even know this guy either. So I was like, please, I'll make it up to you. It's just, she just needs somewhere to stay. She probably not even stay here. I'm like, okay, whatever. And of course, you take the biggest room. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know. It was pretty big.
No, but there was the only room that had like the entrance and whatever. And we weren't even staying in that.
So that room had a door to go outside, so I could come and go when I wanted to. Yeah.
So at first I was pissed, but I was like, you know what? Like, yeah. Should we talk about our change or not? Fuck it.
We were eating. Oh yeah,
we ate a lot. We took a little lunch break.
There was a little ketchup stain, and then she had barbecue stain all over. So
yeah, it was wild. But going back to the leech that moved into my house. Nah,
yeah. Me. I'm that leech.
Her. No, I'm just kidding. No, but when she moved
I'll do it again.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're guilty. Oh, fucking do it again.
But I have a baby cat and a
You're
dog
welcome.
now.
100%. You're welcome.
Only because of the cat.
Only because that was the golden ticket. No, honestly, when you first came, I was like apprehensive. I was like, what is this chick doing here? But, I kind of looked at it like, okay, you know what? if I was going through something like that, like I would feel like I need somewhere to go. You know what I mean? Like I need a space and break and stuff. And when Saul talked to me about it, he was like, you know what, this is what's happening. Like, I don't want you to, this is and that. So it ended up turning out to be cool. Like, you know.
Oh, I know. I'm so dope.
No, I'm just kidding. No, for real.
So it's crazy because I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to know behind closed doors. I'm over here like in my own mess. And when I came, it's because you're right. I don't know. Saul, him not explaining stuff, because when I meet people, I always talking about Saul and Rebecca, like all my people, I always talk about them, like, oh yeah, da da da. And so it's funny because when people start coming over, like if there's a new person that I talk about you guys, they start putting heads together, like a face to that name. I'm like, oh, that's so and so, you know. So I can understand like Saul calling and be like, a friend's coming over or gonna stay with us.
Yeah,
it's like, well, who's that?
And I think we had already met, right? And that was, so I knew who you were, but it was just like so soon.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and then. But it turns out like you were staying with us, but you weren't really. You were so busy with school too. You were studying, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
I was at school. Well, at work, they sent you to school, and then I was working, and then I was at my parents' house too.
Yeah.
I felt like I loved the fact that I was there, but at a sense, I don't know if you felt like this when you moved to Saul. My house was always loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I was there, like it's. You know, because Saul came at a different time, and then you were doing makeup, I think, at the time. So it was really quiet.
Yeah.
And it made me feel more, like, depressed.
Oh, really?
Depressed. Yeah.
Being quiet in the house?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm so used to, like,
noise.
Loud. Yeah, you know. And from there, I also didn't want to feel like, you know, because I understand. I'm from my own house. That's your safe place. So I kind of understood, like, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. Yeah. I didn't want it to be like I'm there 24/7. It really felt like it was just a place to sleep, you know? Because I knew that you and Saul, you guys were together. So I wanted to respect that also.
Yeah.
When I lived with my baby daddy and my suegra came around, like, not that I didn't enjoy her. She's great. Like, I love my suegra. She's great. But
it doesn't allow you to be
together. I had to be respectful. I couldn't be me. I can't even walk around naked in my own home. You know what I mean?
That's a crime, I feel like. I like to so anyone that moves in here, that's fine, but I'm gonna still walk around naked. And he's all like, you better not.
It's a mess.
Yeah. I was like, well, don't bring anyone in here then. But honestly, it turned out great because I mean, we kind of built our own connection. I was making food. I'm like, come on over.
She makes really good food. I remember there was a couple times where you were making food. I was just sitting at the table and I was like watching you cook. And that's where our Chisme started to happen. Like he would come and like, so girl, what do you think? And I was like, well, and then I started getting more comfortable with you. So I was like, I don't know. It felt like everybody says chemistry.
Yeah.
Where I felt like I knew you for 10, 20 years. And I was like, oh, hey, check it out. Let me tell you about this, blah, blah, blah. And
I'm over here like,
yeah, you were like cooking like, I felt like she was like comadre. Like, no me digas. Yeah, tortillas and everything. I was like, do you need help? Let me flip it. Like, so, and that's how the flow was going. So I felt more comfortable with you, and it just felt good because you came towards me with no judgment, you know. And I feel like when you have friends that grow up with you, especially if your ex-spouse is also mutual friends with them, they look at you in a certain way where it's like, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit, da 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 da, right? But you did it, and not that I know that if you would have met him, you would have thought he's cool too.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. It just sucks, you know.
Yeah,
when there's friction.
That's what I love about you, because you're very like, you're down to earth and you're no judgmental. Like,
yeah, I don't judge people because I mean I'm not perfect. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who am I?
Well, that's funny that you say that because I've been going to church lately, right? And I started building up like a judgmental mindset, and that you need to be careful on.
While going to church?
Yeah, because you start sitting there and you start thinking like, oh, that person's like a piece of shit. And it's funny because I still have to call my brother, but me and him got into an argument because of religious stuff. And then I sat there because I felt like God checked me. It's like, who are you to go and dirty someone else's plate when your plate is dirty?
Right.
And I'm just like, whoa. So I definitely had to like check myself, and it's like, bro, I'm not trying to be that person. Like, I'm really just trying to enjoy my life, make laughs, and if you're up to something, you're up to something. You know, I'm not nobody to judge you. Nobody in this planet should be judging.
And that's my biggest thing is like judgment. That's the reason why I go with no judgment, is because like, yes, like nobody's above anybody to say like, oh, well, just because you don't understand something does not make it bad. Just say you don't understand it. You know what I mean? Or you don't know what people have gone through for them to do that stuff. Like, I'm not like, how dare he? But it's like, you could have been easily in that situation. And my dad always has the saying, don't spit in the wind because it'll come right back at you.
My dad says that too. No escupas para arriba porque te va.
What the fuck?
It'll come right back. Or like, you know, my grandma, don't point, you know. Karma has a pretty way. Karma's not just like, oh, you know, you do something bad will happen to you. It's more like stuff like that will happen where you start judging. Oh, I don't agree with how they live their life, and then your son lives like that, or your daughter lives like that. Or
you just got to be very careful. And I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, you know what? If it's not affecting me or my child, adelante, go do what you need to go do.
I don't know why people don't have that mindset of like, just like, who cares what anybody does? I don't care if this so-and-so wants to stare at a wall for 12 hours. We're like, oh no, y'all should be more productive.
See, me, I'm going to be cares? Like, this is me now. Why are you staring at the wall? Like,
that's another conversation, because it's like, you know, you never know.
Right. Like, do you see something that I don't see? Like, what's going on? But no, I agree. And I love the fact that I did get a reality check. Like, mind your business, guys. It is, just move forward. Make sure that your life is 100% good, and don't be worrying about everybody else's life.
Right.
My opinion.
And my thing is, if you're gonna judge me, which bill do you want to pay? Ooh, like, if you're so worried about my life, I know.
I'll pay for your roof. I want to judge. I know, right?
I'll send it over every.
Now, if you want, I could do that. If you want to pay for my rent.
Yeah, judge me.
Which one do you want to judge?
Dictate my life. Tell me what I should do, and then I'll give you my rent bill, my light bill, my
Yeah, I agree. That sounds good.
My maintenance bill and everything.
So, guys, when I would be kicking at our house, you know, not kicking, I was living there. That's how it came to blossom into something great. I think that's pretty funny because now that, you know, you already met me, we're here, we're on this podcast, and boom, you guys, this is literally it happened in her kitchen. In her house as she was making tortillas. But yeah,
that's so cool. I like
I think we're almost out of time, so we're just gonna wrap it up. I had more questions for her, but next episode
I have questions for you too. So it's an interview. But thank you so much, guys, and I just want to take the time to remind everyone to, if you really love this video, like, subscribe, put the notifications on, share, post.
Guys, don't be lurkers. I see y'all seeing us. Like, just come participate. Be our family.
Yeah. I just, and then it's just only gonna get better, you know.
So. No, for sure. But all right, guys, we're gonna let you go. So thank you for tuning in on Chillin
and Chismeando.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
Okay.
Oh, he just cut it off.
I kept that little part in. You guys can have like that's it on.